Capricorn, this is your April 2019 forecast. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. And your whole year forecast 2019 for all the signs, all 12 signs, $20, use the link below. So Capricorn, this month your focus is on your property, your residence, and the people within your home, your roots, your heritage. So this is where you're looking at. And then there is going to be an opposition to come from the bank, your father, your parent, and your job and your role. So you're going to find that your public life and persona is going to be at odds with your family and domestic life and the duties and responsibilities that are there. You have set out a plan. You have been working diligently, and the hard work has paid off. And so now you are experiencing the fruits of your labours. Perhaps you've got paid off from a big, long contract. Perhaps you've been given a promotion. Perhaps you've been given a leadership role, and this is something you've worked hard for, and the plans are there and they've been set, and so you had what you thought was a straight road. And now through this change and development with Mercury retrograde going backwards, and also the opposition to do with our sun and moon and the male and the feminine opposite roles, and those roles that they are, there has been a change, and what it's done is it's put a hurdle in this role, in your career, your finances. There is a hurdle there. There is a snafu there. There is something there which has made you reassess things, which has made you look at the value. Is this worth it to take away from my home? Is my change? Someone wants me to do more in the home, but I'm actually going to be better off earning more money because I earn twice as much as somebody else. So it would actually be better for our budget if they stayed home and I continued to work. Maybe what you have been working on is education to get you a better paying job. So for example, you've been going through night school to become a lawyer, and your partner works in a good job, and they've supported you to get you to this place, but now you have graduated, you've actually got that job, you're going to be earning way more than they were, so now they can stay home and look after the family, but maybe they're having to do it for an extra 30 days or something there's looked at the value, what is worth it, what's worth it towards my career, my public status and ambition versus my family. Where is that coming to conflict? Where is the value being reassessed there? Now at work, you do have the Knight of Swords. Now, this is our work, this is our finances, and this is our study. Now, we have had an idea, and now that it's Mercury retrograde, we are going for it. So we're taking action on what those thoughts were, those plans were, and we're out like a horse, straight out of the bolt. Straight out of the cage, we're bolted forward. We're not looking, we're just going for it because this is something you've been hoping and dreaming for, and you really want to get to the bottom of it. You're very, very determined to do that. For others, I have been given a leadership position over the creative development or the marketing development or, place of mental faculties over others, because I am in a leadership role. I'm leading the team, and so I really want to get out there, and I want to start with I want to show them who I am, and I want to lead and follow that way right from the get-go. And this card is saying, okay, you might be coming across a little bit strong. People might find you as too powerful or dominant. Again, we've got this male, feminine, and dominant role here, and the institutionalized idea of what they are. Maybe you're a feminine, you're coming across really, really masculine, or maybe you're a male and you're coming across really, really nurturing. Where is this perception of you to do with your role, your public life, and your ambition, your career, and your finances? Where is there at odds? Because this might be that you didn't realize that this is the reaction others were going to have, so it's made your job unstable or untenable. Are you working underneath somebody else who's a tyrant, and this has made you reassess, or these power struggles? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it staying here. It's such a good role, it's such a good opportunity, it's such a good position. But this person's an asshole, and they want me to work all these extra, I got the job and everything was great. My first week at the role, everything was smooth. And then all of a sudden they gave me all these extra responsibilities that were not said in the interview. And they don't want to pay me an extra. This is just extra role that want me to do. And this has come out of the blue, and it's going to interfere. It's going to take time away from my family. I'm going to have to be stuck with this person one-on-one. Where has this development happened, which is saying to me, is it worth it, is it not? And where is it affecting my home life and my public life and career life as well? Now, this is also being frightened and taking action about our finances because we're worried about what our home life looks like. This is also about taking action to do with our career, something you've always wanted to do. Now, the star card says that there was some cloud, there was some indecision, there was some instability, there was hidden details. There were, I don't know what I want to do with my future. I don't know how to get up and do it. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know how I'm going to be able to support myself. I don't know what to do. The details are unknown. I don't even know myself. Whatever it is to do with you, the people around you, to do with your home, there has been that indecision there, and this person has been giving too much, so filling up her emotional self here and then giving it away, so much with my work and then tiring away at home. There needs to be a balance here. It's almost like you're doing everything, you're holding everything together, and there's been that lack there. It's almost like the more I move forward, the more confused that I'm getting. This card says renewal and perspective. You have that highlight. You do know what you're going to do. It's going to happen. If things are going to clear, you're going to know which way you're going to do, and you will come to the decision. It's going to take you dealing with your worth as well, because this is also in the second house. This is where that value, like I said, what's valuable to you, and self-worth, confidence, your value. Maybe you've had a worth issue your whole life, and now you've looked at this and you're like, no, I've got the grades, I've got the certificate, I've got the experience, I have got this role on my merits, and I'm not letting anybody else step in and make me feel bad. Now, also what's coming in is the fifth house of love, dating, siblings, and children. So you might find that your role, suddenly you're pregnant, or suddenly your partner's pregnant. So this is what that stickler is to do with your promotion, your job, your career, your study. So that could be what's coming in as well. It also could be that, my partner and I, we've decided that we are going to move in together. My love, we've decided that we are going to move in together. We're going to combine resources for that as well. There's also Mercury retrograde bringing back the idea of promoting myself, campaigns, blogs, websites, and that creative ability. The things in my head, maybe that's what this one is. There's so much going on in my head. I need to write it all down, and if I don't write it all down, I'm going to miss out on the opportunity, because we don't want to miss this opportunity. Mercury retrograde's coming back and saying, what about your domestic life, your in-laws, your siblings? Where has this interfered before? Because this is back on the table for us to be able to look at. In your health, you do have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is saying, right, well, I'm going to have to put some money out there to be able to use alternative methods for me to be able to move forward, whether this be anxiety, stress, depression. So, for example, you might not want to take the institutionalized idea of antidepressants and stuff for depression and anxiety and stress. So you're going to look at an alternative naturopathic medicine where, it's all natural stuff, and you find that it's going to work a lot better for you. Or luckily being put into a position where you can travel and get away from what is toxic for you. This is saying there is going to be a journey. It is lucky. It's going to help you with the mobility. And this is about communication. This is about seizures, migraines, issues with your speech, those senses there. There is a lucky break here, which is going to be able to help you move forward. In our love, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is codependency. This is resources from others. This is leaning on our other. So if we put these two together, we are very, very certain that we are going to meet someone that's very, very karmic and important and a major development to do with us. And this is also renewal in life, and this is our partnership. This is who we rely on. This is the other in our life. And there is something to be proud of. So for some of you, this might be, well, that was it. We're going to get a divorce. Something's happened. A development's happened. We're suddenly pregnant. We're suddenly going to be grandparents. We're suddenly doing this. Whatever the sudden is, we've decided that we are going to collect ourselves together. Now, we do have a yes. We do have the pregnancy card. So something's coming into the house that's new, whether it be you're pregnant, there's an announcement of pregnancy, someone's going to come and live, but this is the pregnancy card, and that's where we're sitting as well. Also, if we're talking about so if this is an inheritance that has to be split between the family as well, there is going to be movement there. I feel like there's going to be arguments. I feel like people are going to point fingers and trying to manipulate by making you feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't spend any time. We haven't heard from you in 10 years, and now you think you're going to get an equal share. I don't think so. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to come in. But the idea of banks, leaders, promotion, leadership over our home, our domestic life, to do with our siblings, our children, or our projects, that is what's going to be at conflict all month. We have Ariel, which says that your instincts are right to follow them. We have Andriel telling you that what you're doing is your purpose. This is something you feel really creatively involved in. This is something that you feel like can make a difference. Third house is also charity. It's what I can do for the vulnerable. It's like perhaps something's made you really, really, really angry, to do with the government and single parents, the government and disabled, the government and something. And you're like, right, well, that's it, I'm fired up. I am not going to stop until I get some justice for these people. I'm not a person that gets up and yells, but I am so infuriated and passionate about what this is that I'm going to stand up and I'm going to get on my soapbox and I'm going to take a stand. It's something I've been thinking about before, but life got too busy and I didn't have the time and I didn't have the guts and I've just been so worried. Well, at this moment I'm going to do it. Rochelle says, as you make your decision, you're going to find that prosperity will be there. And maybe that's the value lesson for you, that inner value, what's worth it for you. Because what you're doing is you're following your heart for the first time. You're following your priority. You're following you. And this is going to benefit really well. And you and somebody else, a union, is really going to help you out. Now, you might also find that you're talking to banks to unite all your debts into one, because you have the banks, you have finances, you have your boss, and you have your what you earn, what you own, and your debt. It's all in one. So we're looking at that. We're trying to combine them. We're trying to, get that all done in the one. So we can look at our budget and the day-to-day is going to look better. So some of that will be off my head. Fiona says, now you've asked for help. Look, because it's there. Now, again, I've got a cat with a dedication towards your plan to keep following forward. Don't worry about the distractions and the obstructions that are there. And Ra says, you're powerful. Don't let anyone take that away from you, and don't forget it. So be kind to you and those you love, and I shall see you next month. And from Jedi Side Jake, may the Force be with you.